The beginning of nationalism in Europe. During the mid-18th century, there were no nation-states in Europe. Italy, Germany and Switzerland were not one nation but were divided into various kingdoms. Central and Eastern Europe was under absolute monarchies. Several factors led to the emergence of the idea of nationalism in the later half of the 18th century. Some of these were the rise of the middle class, liberalism and the rise of a new conservatism after 1815 and its opposition by the people. Rise of the new middle class. The aristocratic class in Europe was a dominant class, but it was comprised of only few people. Most of the people in Europe were peasants. The Industrial Revolution resulted in the emergence of the labor or working class. Many small industrialists, businessmen and professionals who formed the middle class gained prominence. These classes supported the abolition of aristocratic privileges, demanded equality and advocated the idea of nationalism. Liberalism. The middle class stood for liberalism. Liberalism in political terms stood for equality, freedom, formation and working of government by consent. In the economic field, liberalism advocated the freedom of markets and the abolition of unjust duties on the movement of goods from one territory to the other. This led to the beginning of economic nationalism in Europe, which contributed to the rise of nationalism. The new commercial class argued for the creation of a unified economic territory allowing the unhindered movement of goods, people and capital. Later, several measures were introduced. Some of these were: in 1834, a customs union called Zollverein was formed at the initiative of Prussia. Several German states joined this union. The union abolished tariff barriers and reduced the number of currencies from over 30 to 2. The introduction of railways created mobility leading to the national unification. The creation of a network of railways further stimulated mobility, harnessing economic interests to national unification.